Welcome to my channel. My name is Tyler. I'm a lo-fi and ambient music producer with 15 minute stream on Spotify. Today, I want to share some tips on not overthinking on your mixing process. Early on, when I start producing a track and started mixing, I would go crazy to add tons of plugins. But instead of sounding better, my mix would end up very muddy and unbalanced. I have also noticed some of the people send me the demo. Sometimes the raw sound are better than after the mixed version. I think the problem is we watched a lot of video to tell us you should add this plugin, you should have this on your mix, and you should use this too. And we forget the important thing is use our ears. Sometimes during the production, we already do a little of pre-mixing without realizing, because when we producing a song, we always love to twisting a sound to make overall the vibe is same together, right? If it's already sound good, you don't have to overhaul the plugins to fix it the sounds. Now I rely on my ears. If it sounds good to me, and I move on. So here is a little reminder, don't overdo it. If the sound is good to you, then let it be. And remember, the most important thing is the sound selection. If your sound selection and arrangement are not solid, it is a bit hard to use mixing to fix the overall vibe. Focus on to choosing the right and good sounds from starting producing. It will be much easier to going to the mixing and mastering. Now I'm going to break down one of my track called Never Let You Go. It is a new release with bands and AC. And I will show you how I only use some simple plugins and some automation to mix this track. And the overall outcome, I'm very satisfied. So let's dive into the logic and I show you how I mix this track. So first thing first, you can see this is not a very complicated track, just 13 or 12 layers, but the sounds can be make it very full, very emotional. So basically, I make this 4 layers, the piano, FX, pad, and the bass sounds. So in this piano, I make it very beautiful, very emotional, and this is my favorite piano sounds so far. So basically, I make the first 8-bar melody, and then the second bar I will lower a octave, and then the break part, and then I try to repeat again, and then the last part I have the other one of the outro. This is also my arrangement and composition. So now let's have a listen, just the piano sounds. I really like this very romantic melody. And then in the break part, I make it more simple pattern. And then the last part will be something like this. Just one chord. Very nice outro. I really like this song. So this is the piano of the Nora Pure emotional preset. This is what I really like. And then I EQ a bit, cut all the high and lows and just lower a little bit of the middle. And then I added the RC20 to give more warmth and the reverb. And also the gain, it is for the automation I will talk about later. And then I also add the suit to. So basically the piano is just mixed by this type of plugins. So in this track I didn't add a lot of plugins, but instead of the plugins I use a lot of automation to make the track more balanced. First thing, I automate the high cut frequency, that means here. So what I'm thinking is in the intro I want to have the focusing on my piano, and in the verse I love to lower the higher frequency and give the guitar more space for the high frequency. So I cut off the high frequency in this two part, and then maybe slightly to add it a bit on the break part and also at the end of the track. So basically you can use the automation to make the track more balanced for the frequency, volume, something like that. So another thing is the gain. I love to use the gain rather than use the volume for the automation. In this part of the piano, the gain it is I will just boost it a bit of the piano part because I want the piano will be coming back in the mix in the break part. After that, this is just some effect sounds. And you can see I didn't add anything, just pigment sounds. Another is the pad sounds. This is also from pigment. Cut all the high and low and add the reverb. Put it into a very, very low volume. And then the bass, I love to use just the Logic bass and cut all the high and then side chain to the kick. So basically this is all 4 layers that created by me. And then Banks and AC sent me this very beautiful guitar and the simple drums. And then I tried to mix it together because my piano already have a lot of melody, and this type of the guitar also got a lot of melodies. So I used the automation to give the dynamic, the volume, the frequency to makes it more balanced. This guitar, they already mixed it super nice. So you can see I didn't add so many plugins. And even this one, I only just added EQ. You can see that. But the sounds is already good. Right? Don't overthinking too much. Sometimes simple is the best option. Only cut off the high because I want to leave the high end to the lead guitar and also a little bit for the piano. So basically these two is the guitar chord and I double it, pan one to the left, pan one to the right, and the second one I just delay a little bit so you can hear the sounds will be a little bit delayed. That will give you more stereo feelings. So in these two chords I only just fade it a little bit in the intro, so give the volume to the piano. So the lead guitar I can feeling is a bit of the harsh a little bit. So I added the Suit tool and also cut the high. So before the plugins will be like this. So I think in the mix is a bit harsh, so I just cut. So you can hear it will be more smooth a little bit. So in this case, because they record a full arrangement for me, right? So I put some times to the automation because in this part, I want the piano will be the main elements. I cut all the high end of the guitar to make the piano will be the main elements. So the chord will be in our ears, and then you can barely hear the solo. So in here you can hear the guitar solo is coming out, and then I lower the high frequency to keep the guitar more stand out. And also I fade in a little bit of the volume in the intro. So in the break part of the guitar, it is the same technique, and I just cut it out more high and then give the piano to stand out. So you can hear it now. You are barely hear the piano, but the guitar is coming out. So in the drum part, you can see I didn't add too much, just the kick. I cut off the high end and make it a mono. And then the bass of the drums, I added this compressor to glue the drums a little bit. And then the ambient, and I just cut all the, I just add a little bit, and the volume is super low. Just give a little bit of that sounds in the way background. So in the master bus for the whole track, just fade in and out. And I also didn't add too much plugins in this track. Normally, I love to add the RC20 in my master bus, but I feel like this vibe is better than without the RC20. So I only add the Surf 2 to this master stop preset. And then I also add this plugin to make the master channel more clean, and then I use the ozone for the mastering. So that's it. This is how I mix this track. So let's have a listen to this part. Hope you enjoyed today's video topic. Let me know in the comment below what you want me to do next. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share my video. So see you in the next one.